Dave Fortier and I are both real sniper rifle fans, and one of the most interesting to come out in the last 50 years was Britain's L42. Basically, the rifle was just a gussied-up infield bolt action, and despite the fact that it incorporated some fairly primitive features, the firearm actually received some pretty good marks from troops in the field. Well, we're going to see just how good it is in this week's Classic Tip. You know, Dave, I know the L42 is one of your favorite guns in the world. And basically, you can tell by its looks, it was pretty much a follow-on to the No. 4T British sniper rifle of World War II fame.
Yeah, the No. 4T was easily the best sniper rifle of World War II, and the British continued using it. Around the late 1960s, though, they started to notice it was getting long in the tooth, and so they updated it with the L42A1. And they used these right up until 1992.
Now, obviously, you can tell there are some similarities and some big differences to the No. 4T. What are they?
Well, it's based, the main similarity is it's based on the Lee Enfield No. 4 action. But from there, it's been rechambered from the .303 British cartridge over to the .762 NATO. They fitted them with 27.5-inch long, heavy match barrels, which provided increased accuracy and velocity. They cut the handguard back to free float the barrel, make them a little bit lighter. The original scope was retained, and basically they just redesignated them. And when they did that, they also recalibrated them from yards to meters. And they have a bullet drop compensator in 100-meter increments out to 1,000 meters. And it's a 3x scope, and it's really the weak point of the design.
So when do these come into service, and where did they use them?
Well, they were officially adopted in 1970, and they were, of course, used throughout the British Empire. But probably its main piece of glory was in the Falklands War.
Well, Dave, why don't we just see how accurate this thing is?
Let's put it to work.
You got it.
Now, one of the things that the British did is, of course, they had to change the magazine when they converted over from .303 to .308. Now, they continued to maintain a 10-round capacity, and this gave the sniper a little bit of an advantage as far as firepower goes.
Well, David, it looks like you like the rifle and the rifle liked you. Those are pretty darn good groups.
Well, especially considering the 3x scope, the rifle does shoot extremely well. I just think that with a little bit better scope on it, it would be a real tack driver.
Now, these things are pretty scarce, aren't they?
Very, very hard to find. And for the English collector, this is a great piece to have. And I would say, you know, probably around the $5,000 price range now.
Really? Now, these are scarcer than the No. 4Ts, right?
Very much so.
Well, heck, I'm glad we got this one today.